So are we just not gonna talk about how much of a disappointment this show was? I mean, don't get me wrong. As much as everybody's saying the same thing, that we did it to ourselves. We set ourselves up for disappointment with all our theories and all our shit that we are coming up with and blah blah blah. This and that. Going into this finale, I didn't expect Doctor Strange to show up. I didn't expect anybody to show up. No Magneto, no Professor X, no nobody. I wasn't expecting nobody to show up. And everybody was pointing towards Doctor Strange. If Doctor Strange showed up, I would have found that, that would have been cool, and that it would have made sense. So I would have been cool with that. But I always told people that I didn't expect Doctor Strange to show up because I felt that Doctor Strange is like the keeper of these of protector of the world, for these galactic threats or whatever. And I've said, even though Wanda is keeping all these people, thousands and thousands of people hostage and all this and that, um I don't think that that's something that would have been on Strange's radar. I feel like if she would have expanded the hex to be like, how do I say, the whole world, if she would have expanded to ruptured the space-time continuum, or fractured the timeline, or created a rupture in the multiverse or something like that, all right, Doctor Strange step in. But you know Wanda having her little hex in this little world of thousands of people, where she's like just doing her own thing. That's like some little kid stuff. Like, that's not gonna be on Strange's radar. Or maybe it is on Strange's radar. Maybe he does know about it, but maybe he's just like doesn't feel like it's yet something crazy enough for him to get involved. Yeah, I don't feel like it's something where Strange should have got involved yet. I've rambled on for a minute now. Let's see. We're here to talk about why this episode in particular, at least I was really let down by it, and I'm really looking forward to Falcon and Winter Soldier now because of this letdown to me, personally. But all the episodes have been great. Everything has been good, but this episode just went nowhere. I feel like, I mean, yeah, there was a character development. Wanda learned to come to terms with her losses and all that, and she found out that she's a Scarlet Witch, and now she has power. You're gonna learn to control her powers or whatever. But honestly, I feel like she's in more or less the same spot she was when the show started. Yeah, she was. I mean, she was grieving a lot more, but for the most part, you know, she's still learning to. She's barely learning to control her powers, which was a morale, and the morale was to, I guess, to get through her loss or whatever. But we all know Vision's gonna come back anyways. They said themselves, they're like, what did he say? He's like, we've said goodbye before, so if that means that we're gonna, meet again or whatever. So, is she really getting over her loss? Because honestly, it's like she's saying goodbye, but knowing that he'll probably come back, and we know he's gonna come back because, I mean, the White Vision is back, But let's dive in. Let's see what we can find. And yes, I pull. I'm a person who maybe shouldn't pull so logically from a show, but all right. She has the two kids, like, obviously, through the laces or whatever. Number one, he has the same powers as Maximoff. So, I mean, granted, if he uses her powers on Agnes, he probably would have got his shit sucked out. He probably would have died. But, bro, Billy, no, this is Billy. Um, what's his name? I forgot. Speed. He has super speed. Okay, you're telling me this kid with super speed was able to get laced up by this whatever this is, this magic or whatever? Maybe. Say this cable right here. Say this is her magic, and I'm trapped in like that, right? Why didn't he just, like, they're getting pulled back? Why don't they just walk backwards? Like, it makes no sense. Like, she's pulling them. They tilt their head back. Like, if she had their shit looped around, like if she looped it around the head and was holding it, all right, they're not getting out of that, all right. But she just has one loop on them. Like, bro, you're holding like that. Look, freaking. I mean, I guess you can make the argument that they're kids and they probably weren't thinking about it, But all right, that's the first scene. Okay, this might be a pretty long video. I'm just letting you know right now. All right, next scene. Agnes has been mentioning Ralph this entire time. Ralph, 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 Ralph. The entire season. You know, obviously I thought there was gonna be a payoff to that. A lot of us did. I honestly thought that I thought that when in the flashback when the flashback when Agnes was getting killed at the stake the first time when she was young, I thought that Ralph was gonna save her. You know, when all the witches were like all around, you know, Agnes. I thought that Ralph was gonna be like, you know, who I don't know, maybe Nightmare or Mephisto, somebody I don't know, could have been, but I thought somebody was gonna shoot through and save her, and then take her with him, and then maybe that's how she got more powerful. But as we know, that's not what happened. But turns out my boy Quicksilver here is Ralph. Makes no sense. We've seen videos of the producer of WandaVision. I don't know. I mean, I don't know if it was the producer or the director. I don't know who was, but I don't want to say specific. But one of them was asked about Quicksilver, and they said, you know, Quicksilver. They said that bringing Evan Peters into WandaVision was something that they thought about very early in the process of making WandaVision. That they knew that they wanted to bring Quicksilver in, and they knew that they wanted it to be Evan Peters, right? The problem with that is, and they said that Kevin Feige gave us a note and one note only. He said, "Don't do it just to do it. Do it, but it has to make sense." What makes more sense? That Quicksilver, you know, is from the X-Men Fox universe and comes to this world, you know, through, you know, Wanda tampering with, you know, chaos magic, or maybe he's not even Fox X-Men Quicksilver. He's just a version of Quicksilver from the multiverse who was brought in by, like I said, Wanda messing with chaos magic or whatever. Once he gets here, you know, Agnes controls him and then puppets him or whatever, but he's still Quicksilver. He's just mind controlled, right? Or he's just a random dude in Westfield who he gets mind controlled and pretends to be Quicksilver, but now has powers, right? And then once we reveal that he's not actually Quicksilver, he's just a random dude, never gonna see him again. Why cast if you're gonna make Quicksilver just some random dude, you know, who's from Westfield, why would you cast Evan Peters? I mean, I guess it's just like a wink to the audience or whatever, but I don't see it really as a wink now. I see it more as a blue ball. I'm holding up, you know, I'm crossing my fingers. I'm crossing my fingers that, you know, once Multiverse of Madness comes around, you know, we're gonna mess with the multiverse, and maybe we will get a version of Quicksilver who is Evan Peters. As far as this Earth is concerned, he's just a random dude, and as you know, when you say we have to make it make sense and have to do it not just to do it, this comes off as doing it just to do it. This whole Quicksilver thing rubbed me the wrong way. I did not like it, and you know the whole boner thing. You know, they laughed about it. You know, I was not laughing. You probably were not laughing. You know, I was like, "What the hell am I? What the are you serious right now? You building up all this for nothing." Now it's confirmed. Wanda is a witch. If she's a witch, how did Pietro get his powers? Is Pietro a warlock? Is he a witch? Because you're saying that she didn't get her powers from the Mind Stone. She was just amplified, right? So did only he get powers from the Mind Stone? So you're saying they're not mutants. She's a witch. But what is Pietro? You didn't explain that. Another thing that they didn't explain. You take a rotten plank and you replace it. But once the boat is, you know, free from all the original planks, is it still the same ship, right? But now you take those parts, those rotten parts, clear them of the rot, create a new ship. Is that ship now the ship of Theseus? Theseus, whatever, however you pronounce it. I'm sorry, I'm butchering that. But that's the thing. Which one is now the real Vision? That was the moral of the point. Because obviously, White Vision in this metaphor is the second ship created by the old parts of the ship of Theseus. Now, our vision, the WandaVision, we'll call him WandaVision, the Hex Vision. The WandaVision has the Mind Stone. So he's the new incarnation of the Vision, right? The new ship created with the new parts, you know, but he doesn't have the original parts of the ship, the original parts of the Vision, right? So WandaVision gives White Vision a lot of visions, A lot of visions. Vision, WandaVision, gives White Vision his memories back, right? So he gets his memories back. So he says, I am Vision, then takes off to wherever it is Visions go and do their bidding. So by him saying, I am Vision, he's the Vision we know from Infinity War, from Endgame, from, I mean, not from Endgame, from, you know what I mean. He's our Vision. Now, a lot of people say that he's still not going to be the same Vision because he doesn't have the emotions of that Vision or whatever. But that Vision also didn't have emotions. He was still a robot. Yes, maybe he knew more. Maybe he um was more involved. But I feel like the original Vision didn't have any emotions either. I mean, he was a robot. Maybe he did. Maybe he didn't. I don't know. They give they give Speed the little Speedy scene. I feel like this episode was just such a missed opportunity. You have Wanda fighting Agnes. You have Vision fighting White Vision. How crazy would it have been? You know, everything's going on is crazy. You know, Speed does his little speedy shit or whatever. Then, I don't know, Hayward gets out of the car. But as he pulls out his gun, he freezes, right? He freezes. We get our Quicksilver scene. Music starts playing. And this time it's Never Gonna Give You Up by the Rickroll song. That's the song we're playing, right? So he pulls out the gun, he freezes. Quicksilver walks in, right? Pietro, the OG, Evan Peters, right? He starts stirring shit up. He runs, he does some twisty shit, lands, starts running around, starts messing shit up. Then Quicksilver, you know, Evan Peters runs in, he's doing all his Quicksilver stuff. Then out of nowhere, zoom, you see Speed, his nephew, run in. Then they start, you know, running around doing their own little speedy shit. You know, maybe they do some combo something. I don't know. I don't know. Doctor Strange did not have to show up. Nobody had to show up. You had Quicksilver in there. You had everything you needed for a great scene. We needed a Quicksilver and Speedy tag team. Okay, that's what we needed. It was such a missed opportunity. So then Wanda puts the runes. Whatever. Wanda puts the runes. So whatever. Only the witch that casts the spells can use her magic. Why is she still flying? You think that once, you know, Wanda puts up the runes, she just falls straight to the ground, right? Here's another thing. What the hell happened with the rabbit? I'm thinking when she says you have no idea what you've just unleashed. A lot of people think that she's talking about herself. She's talking about Scarlet Witch, saying you don't know the power you've gotten. You know what you've become. You don't know what you've unleashed. No, no. I think she's talking about the rabbit. I think that the rabbit is either Mephisto or Nightmare or somebody. I think the rabbit is somebody super powerful, and I think that Agnes, because she's a really powerful witch, she's sucked up the magic from a lot of people. You know, in all this time. I think that Agnes, you know, came face to face with some god, you know, somebody super powerful, and she turned them into a rabbit to keep them at bay. You know, because she said it took years and years and years of training to learn to do the basic illusion. You know, but she did the whole transform thing. I think that she ran into somebody really powerful, right? Who she could not kill. She could not kill this being, so she turned them into a rabbit and kept them captive. You know, right? Just to keep them at bay. That's what I think it happened with the rabbit. So I think when Scarlet Witch took her powers away, I think that the rabbit transformed back into whatever he is, and now she's unleashed this being, whoever he is, into the world. Whether it's Mephisto, whether it's Nightmare, whoever the case may be, Wanda has just unleashed this to havoc on the world. I do think that Wanda's gonna need Agnes' help and Doctor Strange's help to stop whoever that rabbit is. So that's a great setup. Maybe I took it the wrong way. I don't know. But when this scene hit, I was like, are you serious? Like, I thought that it was like all a dream. Where it's like, because she's obviously in the same spot, standing in the same place, and she's wearing the same clothes. So I thought, like, I'm like, was this all a dream? Like, did none of this actually happen? Because if that would have been the case, I would have been like, bruh. Like, are you serious? Even if it was all a dream, I guess she went through the process of mentally of what she had to go through to get her character development, so that's great. But I do think that part threw me off. But she's gonna be corrupted by the Book of the Damned. She's gonna use it to pull in her kids from the multiverse, and I hope we get Pietro back. That's all I want, honestly. But this is our setup to Doctor Strange 2. Now we have to wait 2 years, and we're gonna see where this takes us. But for the most part, I mean, it was a really good finale. Was it satisfying? Yes. Did it live up to our expectations? No. Are we at fault for that? Yes. Is Marvel at fault for that? Probably also. But for the most part, I mean, it was a pretty good finale. I am really stoked to see where this goes. I'm ready to see Falcon and Winter Soldier. I'm really stoked to see what Falcon and Winter Soldier. I'll probably make videos on that. But like I said, I'm just disappointed on the whole Quicksilver thing. I feel like it was a really missed opportunity. We didn't get answers to the rabbit. And what happened to Vision, where he went, we're gonna find out later. So there's a lot of questions that we need answered. I mean, that's well, I guess what a show is supposed to do. It's supposed to give you more questions than answers, so it keeps you guessing. But we're gonna keep guessing. We're gonna make a video, see our theories on what's gonna happen on Falcon and Winter Soldier. But for the most part, we're gonna wrap it up. I don't think this finale was a hell of a failure, but it was definitely disappointing. I mean, like I said, we did that to ourselves, but for the most part, it was great, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Um, as much as I did. I mean, it was cool. Yeah, yeah. Most of the time, I was like, "Oh, are you serious? Come on, bruh." That's most of the time. That's a lot of reactions that I had, but still, I had a good time watching it. It could have been a lot better, but it was a great show overall. I would watch it again. I hope we don't get a second season because, like I said, I like that Marvel is doing these one-off things to just progress the story of the MCU. But we're gonna we're gonna see where this goes, and um, after this, we'll see. I'll do some videos on Falcon and Winter Soldier, and you guys will catch me there. For the most part, that's gonna be a wrap for this one. But if you agree with my thoughts, let me know. If you have different ideas or different thoughts of where this is headed, let me know down below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, all that good stuff. Thank you. Obviously, I gotta say what they say for the YouTube algorithms. But for the most part, that is gonna be a wrap for this one. I will catch you guys next week, if it's next week when the Falcon and Winter Soldier drops. But if not, I'll still make a video to you giving our thoughts. But we will see, and I will catch you guys on the next one.